All right, well, a lot of times when you're working with a first responder, it can often be maybe a really scary or sad time in your life.
Can be, for sure.
But on Delmarva, the great news is this Thursday, there's a time when you can interact with your 911 center, your first responders, and it's all for a good cause. So to talk to us a little bit more about that, we have Joe Thomas with Sussex County EOC. That's the Emergency Operations Center, right?
Yes.
Amazing. All right, so Joe, just tell us first what you all do, what the 911 Center does. Just take us through that a little bit.
First of all, thank you for having me.
Of course.
The 911 Center, we handle all the emergency 911 calls for the county with the exception of one area, which is Rehoboth Beach. They actually have their own dispatch center within the police department. We 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we have dispatchers on duty to answer your call for help. As we always say, we hope you never have to use us, but we're there in case you do.
That's incredible. I've always been curious what a dispatcher does. Like, how does it get from someone calling 911 to a first responder?
So the person calls 911, dispatcher picks up, say, Sussex County 911, do you need police, fire, ambulance? And at that point, whatever you say, they go through a scripted set of questions. That first thing we ask is, what's your address? Is the patient with you? Are they conscious? Are they breathing? And each one of these questions sends us down a different path of questioning so that we try to determine what it is that's wrong with you, and as well as the priority, what's the severity, so whether or not we need to send just the ambulance, whether we need to send the paramedics with the ambulance. If it's a trauma call, we'll send the police, fire, EMS, we'll send it all. So that's the process, and that call processing takes about a minute to a minute and a half.
Wow. I mean, I'm sure it feels longer in that minute and a half, but it's very, I mean, it's intense work.
One of the biggest things that we hear is from the public is when they call and they have to use our service is, just send me help, and we're asking questions. Well, what they don't know is that within the first 15, 20 seconds, as soon as we have an address, one of the other dispatchers is dispatching help while we're still asking questions.
You know, this all sounds scary like we mentioned, but we did say it's a good cause coming up, something exciting and fun coming up. You guys have a great event happening. Tell us what's going on.
So we've been doing this for over 20 years. We actually bring in the 5th grade students from around the county. We invite all the schools, and it's just a day of learning. We have all of our public safety partners there. Delaware State Police, local police, we have forestry, fire marshal, paramedics, EMS, fire companies. We do a canine demonstration. When I say we, I'm not the one doing it, but the law enforcement agencies do that, and that's a huge hit with the kids. And we focus on the 5th grade. The 5th grade seems to be the right age group where they take away the knowledge and then take away what the message we're trying to give them.
Sure, and that's because Thursday is 911 Awareness Day, right? And I think it's one of those things that, 911, it's a number you've had memorized since probably your first day of school, but maybe by the time you hit 5th grade, you can maybe start thinking about, oh, I want to do this when I grow up, or even just like you start to kind of rationalize the steps of what it needs to take when you need to call 911.
Absolutely, and there's a couple different things that happen. So one, the 5th grade, years ago, there was a program called DARE.
Yep.
I remember DARE.
And that was the 5th grade is where that happened. So when the DARE program, I don't want to say fell off, but it just wasn't as prominent, we stuck with that age group because we figured that was the best group. And like I said before, and then them coming in and they get to stand right next to a state police trooper, a firefighter, a paramedic. They can ask all kinds of questions, and we hope that hopefully they'll take away and go, you know what, that's what I want to do.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think there's a lot that people don't think about that goes with 911 dispatch. Would you say there's any kind of big misconception, or is there something that you really want people to know?
I think the biggest thing is that we want the people to understand that we understand that when you call, that's the worst day of your life. And the people on the other end of the phone are your first point of contact with public safety, and we're going to do everything we can to get you the right service as quickly as we can. And don't get frustrated with the questions. We're asking questions so we know what level of service to send, and that's really the big message.
So we know Thursday is the day. What about the when and where can people show up to participate in this great event?
So Thursday morning, we'll be open by 9 a.m. That's when the school buses start rolling in. We've got about 750 5th graders coming.
Wow, great.
We are open to the public. This coming Thursday, starting at 9 a.m. at the Sussex County Emergency Operations Complex. 21911 Rudder Lane in Georgetown. It's literally right in front of the airport.
Yeah,
so if you
perfect.
go to the coastal airport, you'll be there.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Awesome, Joe. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here and for teaching us all of this.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. Hey, we have some more Coast Life coming your way. A lot more to get to today, so stay right where you are. We'll be right back.